Alright guys, what's up? It's KinMotive here, back with a new video. Today I decided to bring back a little story time by making this little video about a little tournament that goes on in my city. It's called Hoopfest. So, me and my friend, you know him, it was me, Albert or Cody, and Cryptic Fusion or Connor, and then my friend Cole. So, for Hoopfest, it's a 3-on-3 with one sub, and you pretty much, it's just that, and you played at 20. So before Hoopfest, we practiced, but not a whole lot. We practiced like one or two times, like one time as a big group, like the group of 4 of us, and like a few times with just 3 of us. Hoopfest came around, and it was just one of the last weekends. I forgot to vlog it. I brought my GoPro out there, but I guess, I don't know, I just didn't have really the thrill of really wanting to record. So, with Hoopfest, we got there, our first game was at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we had Connor come pick us up pretty early, like 6 o'clock-ish. We end up getting down to the place where we were playing. It was just a parking lot with a ton of hoops in it. We got there at like 7:15 or so. We just started playing basketball, and we were like, okay, whatever, we're gonna play our first game. We were all ready to play our first game. We were all warmed up, everything, we were all good. And it hit like 8 o'clock, and then their guy didn't show up. Like, their team did not show up. They forfeited. We had to go. So if you win or lose, so if you win, you get this paper from the monitor or the ref, pretty much, and you have to take it down towards the mall, and that's quite a walk. Like, I'm not going to complain about it too much, but it was a little bit of a walk. So after the first game, he just gave us the paper. We walked down all the way to the thing, to the mall, pretty much, and I went up to the person that was taking all the stuff for the brackets, and she was like, oh, we need the monitor's signature. And it's like, are you kidding me? Isn't he supposed to sign it? So it was pretty much walk back up. So it pretty much takes like 30 minutes to walk up and down where we were playing to the mall. So you either walk all the way back up or wait down there and then walk back up for the other game. So we decided to wait. We just went to the food court, had some food, just because we were hungry. We played like we were going to play in the morning. After that, we decided to go back pretty early. I think we made it back like 10:30, and our game was at 12. But what kind of sucks is they don't really have hoops you can practice on. Like, you could practice on like the street, but they didn't have really hoops that you can shoot. So with our second game, we were playing a team that should not have been in our bracket. They were they worked really well together, and we did not work that well together. We weren't doing anything like a basketball team should do. Like, we were making points occasionally, but it just was not a good game. So we lost that game, and instead of because if you win, you have to take the bracket down. But since we won our first game, I had to go back up to him, and it's just like, oh, maybe we don't have to walk all the way back down to the mall or not. But since the guy forgot, it's like, oh, hey, go back after that game and be like, here you go, can you sign this so we can go turn it in? And it was like, it was just so much work, saying you had to walk all the way back up, and we could have just went home or something. So yeah, we lost our 12 o'clock, 12:30 game. We come back, and we had games stretched all throughout the day. It was 8 o'clock, 12:30, and 6:30, because we won our first game and lost our second too. And it's like, oh my god. So we end up leaving downtown, going back to our houses just to kind of rest up a little bit before going back 6:30 for our last game. And it was pretty much like, okay, so we have to wait 4 or 5 hours before we can do anything again. So we get back downtown. It's about 5 o'clock, 5:30, and still there's tons of games going on. You could barely practice at all. and we make it. So this is the main part of Hoopfest I wanted to talk about to you guys. We played this team. Their name was Styx Warriors, and they were one of their players was the biggest jackass ever. Like, during the game, he would just, I don't know, he would play like really aggressively. He would try to call stuff on us. But luckily, I had a friend that was working as a scorecard, because the monitor was like, hey, do you have somebody to work the scorecard? And I picked him. And every time my friend that was working the scorecard didn't like what he did, the guy, like maybe he was traveling or something, he wouldn't put a point up. So the guy from Styx would look at him and wonder, just like, what is this kid doing? Like, this is supposed to be our point. And I don't know, like, just not their whole team was an asshole. It was mainly just that one guy. And by the end of the game, so he fell or whatever during the middle of it, and he expected some kind of foul, and it's like, we were all just kind of laughing our asses off in our head because it was just so funny, and we didn't know really how to react, because he just kind of fell, and he sat there, and he's like waiting. He's like, is anybody gonna help me up? And we're like, screw you. Like, that's what we're all thinking in our head, just like, no, we don't want to. We don't really like you anymore. Or we did. I didn't like him at all. But we ended up losing that game too. Like, that one we did play better together. But it was mainly the team. Like, the two teams we faced last, they were way better than we were. And that second team, they were just being complete asses that whole second game. Yeah. So this has been story time with Motive about my Hoopfest experience with my friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.